Today we are making kitchen sink cookies, which means we are raiding the pantry and finding ingredients. Today I'm going to use some salty and some sweet. So for the salty, we're using pretzels and chips, and for the sweet, we're using chocolate chips and caramel bits. So first, to start this recipe, you are going to combine and sift all of the dry ingredients. So you've got two kinds of flour, cornstarch, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. You're going to sift that really good and set it off to the side. Then you're going to cream together your butter and your two kinds of sugar. So today we're using brown sugar to get a little bit more softness in the cookie, and then regular sugar. And then to that, once that is creamed together, you're going to add in 4 eggs. So 2 full eggs and then 2 egg yolks to get that richness. So once that's combined, you're going to add your 2 tablespoons of vanilla, mix that really well, and then you are going to scrape down the sides just like you would on every single step here. And then instead of slowly adding the flour mixture, I just dump the whole thing in. It mixes all the same. You just have to start slow so the flour doesn't go everywhere. Again, you're going to scrape down the sides once it's combined, and then you're going to add in all the fun ingredients. So like I said earlier, we are doing chocolate chips, caramel bits, crushed up pretzels. I use the tiny ones, so even if you leave them larger, it's still fun in the cookie. And then I think I used Ruffles potato chips, just the regular ones. You don't want to get any extra flavors in there, so it just adds a little bit of salt. So crush those up. I did them in the half cups just so I knew kind of how much I was adding in. If you add more, that's fine. Mix that together, and then you're going to add that mixture into your dough. So you're just going to incorporate it until it comes together. You don't want to overmix it. You're going to make a tough cookie if you do that. So get all of those ingredients mixed, and now we're going to weigh them out. So we're going to do some gourmet cookies, which means we are going to have some pretty giant ones. They are going to be 3.5 ounces for the cookie. And then once the cookie actually comes out of the oven, we're going to add some additional chips and pretzels and chocolate chips to the top of the cookie so that you know what's in it. So again, we have about a 3.5 ounce cookie. Put them in the oven for 12 minutes at a 400 degree oven. And there you go. These are the cookies.